Welcome to IFAStories, where ancient wisdom meets modern storytelling. Step into the sacred world of Ifa, the Yoruba spiritual system, where every tale carries the power of divination, destiny, and deep cultural insight. Join us as we unravel the mysteries of the Orishas, the divine forces guiding our paths, Orunmila, the Erin moles, and many more. Each story is a bridge between the past and the present, weaving timeless lessons that inspire, enlighten, and transform. Embrace the wisdom, honor the tradition, and journey with us into the heart of Ifa. Subscribe now and let the stories guide you. To explore full Yoruba stories, Ifa teachings, and ancestral wisdom, visit our website, www.ifastories.com. Step into the sacred path for more resources and information. Losing is winning. Prayer. Ògbè Wálé kete wendig bogbo ferekun kokoro atifa. Ibigan lolo emi nerelo da fun sala. Opolopopo owo burakata. Agogo funfun. Kaferefun elegba. Sun. Story Patakin. On this path, Ògbè Wálé, in addition to being an awo of Orunmila, was a great smuggler from the land of Esobo, the territory of Sun, where the daughters of Sun would collect gold nuggets by washing river sands and placing them on the body of the deer. Ògbè Wálé had accumulated great wealth. However, across from the land of Àdàrẹ, there was Nba who also smuggled gold and precious stones. Ògbè Wálé then thought of taking over all of this king's riches and gathered his followers, telling them he was preparing a raid on Àdàrẹ to seize its treasures. The followers warned him that there were fierce dogs guarding the entrance to that land. Ògbè Wálé performed Osod, and this Ifa appeared, telling him, "Stay in your own house, do not go into someone else's land." But he thought, "I shouldn't go to Àdàrẹ, but it's already too late. My followers cannot be stopped." So he made a pact with Elegba, whom he placed at the front of his crown and adorned with much praise. He stored his sacks of gold and set off toward Àdàrẹ, leaving the sacks at Òṣun's house. Already in Àdàrẹ, Elegba, who led the way, would throw a piece of meat from the owonko used in the Igbo to every ferocious dog that appeared, calming them. They reached the palace, and the Aba of that land had already fled. Ògbè Wálé took the king's riches and placed them on Batala's cart. The survivors of the palace of Àdàrẹ escaped to the land of Esobo and seized Ògbè Wálé palace. They killed all the traitors who had abandoned him midway, thinking he would die in Àdàrẹ and never return. But they were wrong and died as traitors. Ògbè Wálé took Batala's cart and placed it at the border between Àdàrẹ and Esobo, loading it with alaiji, agogo funfun, and all the ati he carried. He left it there. When the people of Àdàrẹ returned from destroying Ògbè Wálé palace in Esobo, they saw the cart and began drinking the oti, getting drunk. That was the moment Ògbè Wálé took advantage. Then, taking the cart, he returned to Sun's house, who had helped him. Sun offered him her home, as Ògbè Wálé had lost everything. Soon after, the men of Àdàrẹ and Esobo signed a peace agreement and said, "We have no Ba. We must unite and find a king who can lead both lands." They went to Òṣun's house. She had disguised Ògbè Wálé, and the men did not recognize their former enemy. The disguise was perfect. They told Sun they were looking for a king capable of ruling the two lands. Sun then presented Ògbè Wálé N'Ifá and told him he was Ba by the will of Olofin. She said, "Go to the forest and search for a cart at the base of the Asi Wabala tree. The man you find there shall be presented as Ògbè Wálé N'Ifá, and he will be your Ba." When the men arrived at the place, Ògbè Wálé was already waiting and said, "I am the Ba of the lands of Àdàrẹ and Esobo by the will of Olofin.